Hi, so today I wanted to talk to you about the Uncalendar by People Systems. I've used the Women's Success Choice Planner for years and I've been really happy with it. But, mid-October, it's about the time where I start to think about ordering my next planner for the following year, and I just kind of wanted something different. I've been looking at the same basic layout for years and it still works. It's still a really great planner, and if you're a busy person or you like to keep track of lots of details, it's excellent. I have videos on it that you can watch. But I think for me, I just want to try something different. And doesn't mean I won't go back to it. They sell Women's Success Choice in quarterly, so if you ever want to jump in, you don't have like half of a year wasted in a planner. You can always start where you need to start. But I had bought this for my husband years ago because as a person who is a planner, paper, pen enthusiast, of course I try to push all of my interests onto the people I love. He tried it for 1 week back in 2012, and he isn't the type of person that does this, and maybe because I do it, do so much planning myself, he doesn't need to worry about that. But I found this in the cupboard, and I remember I hadn't thrown it away because it's an undated calendar, so if I ever wanted to come back to it, I could. So all I had to do is tear out a week, and then I have a brand new planner for myself. As I was also thinking about this, I thought, I've used my Women's Success Choice for a really long time, but I have this beautiful little ARC notebook that I like, and so what I did is I cut out some, just a couple to do a trial run, cut out some pages, punched them. They fit in the ARC perfectly. So this is in my ARC notebook, and I just have those punched, and there they are. As I start to put that together, I might do an update video, but I wanted to show you this before I take it apart. So Uncalendar, it's about 5.5 by 8.5. It comes in spiral bound, 3-hole punch, and loose leaf unpunched. So if I get tired of cutting these out and punching them, I can just order the loose leaf and punch it with the arc punch and stick it in there, and I don't have to cut any, extra parts off of the paper. I think that's brilliant that they offer that as an option. It also comes in an 8.5 by 11 in the same options. They sell a bunch of other like note-taking paper. It's kind of cool, and I'll show you some of that. So the cover is like a hard, flexible plastic, and it does have this. All of them have this branding on the front, and I think they come in like blue, black, and red. So when you open it, there's no pockets or anything, but you could certainly affix a pocket. And one of the interesting things about the Uncalendar is they have a ton of text, and a lot of it is telling you why they've done the things they've done, and it's motivational, it gives you some ideas. It's really positive. Within the planner, they have 4 tabs. The tabs are day, week, month, goals, notes, text, and data, and they're like hard coated plastic. So on each of the divider pages, they have information on how to use the Uncalendar system. So you're going to see that it's unlike any other planner I've ever looked at, and I'm just kind of looking forward to having it as another option, something different to try. And they give you all kinds of ideas of what you can do with the different pages. In fact, this first divider, it lays out like a sample of what you could do. So perhaps you have important items that you put in this box. So when you look at your week spread, that's what was left over from what my husband was doing. He was practicing some handwriting. He tries. I love it. I love him for that. He at least pretends to be enthusiastic about my obsessions. So this is what a week on 2 pages looks like. And then I'll go back to that other page. You've got this whole page is blank, but it's got some different sections. So you can see the different colors. One is highlighted in yellow. This is a list that is numbered, or it's lines that are numbered in a box that go 1 through 15. This box is blank, and then it has a faint set of lines in this bottom quadrant. And you have this box. You have like a little graph, and it's 10 by 10. You have over here very little labeling. What needs to be done this week? And you have little sections over here where you could prioritize or check off the month, the year, a couple of different colored boxes. Then you have the week, and it's undated, but to me it's not a big deal to write the dates, and if I only do it a little at a time. You would put the date there, and then you have a highlighted box maybe for something important, and then each of the boxes has a little separation so you could check off or prioritize or put a little star or whatever you need to. And then a bottom box is highlighted in green. The only thing that I've looked at that I kind of am like, but so many planners do it, I wish they didn't, is they make the weekend boxes really tiny. And for me, because I have a really set work schedule during the week, I have way more things to do on the weekend that I would list than I would during the week. That's my only complaint, is I wish that this was the same size. So maybe they could eliminate, I don't know, maybe they could move some of these boxes at the top over here, or eliminate something up at the top so that I could have full-size weekend. But I can always write things and then draw an arrow. So that's basically your week on 2 pages. Back on this suggestion page, they now give you ideas of what you could put in there, like an important item, isolation boxes, key items are framed in color. They give you a worksheet. Maybe you want to make some decisions or list people to call, items to purchase, grocery lists, goals in progress, project tasks, financial items, etc. In here, you could do quick calculations, notes, drawings, etc., list boxes, graph for weekly goal tracking, main goals for the week, option boxes, phone calls, expenses, projects, your choice. Very important events, tasks, and reminders, the date. These are your appointments, maybe time, priority, check off. They give you some samples, and then they give you some planning tips of what you could do as far as how you schedule your pages. How you fill in your schedule and month pages, putting things together, making yourself notes and carryover arrows. They give you like planner tips, which is pretty cool. I don't know exactly how I'll use it, and maybe I'll update you if it's something that works for me. I'm going to just try a couple weeks at a time, but I'm certainly obviously going to use this side. I've already kind of filled in for myself the things that I want to do this week, and I find if I make way too many goals for the week, it just doesn't happen. I end up not doing any of them. Over here, I think I'm going to do like a weekly menu. That's one thing I really love from the Success Choice, is that menu, like grocery list section, but I'm going to use this here for the weekly menu and maybe make a grocery list around it. And then I don't know what else I'm going to do. I need to kind of figure that out and see what I want to do with this. I like that it's blank and I can change it every week if I want, because there's really hardly anything labeled in here, and I can make it however I want to make it. Then you go to the month goals section. And in the month goals section, see all this text? It's so unusual to me. Oh, the last week has this on the back for future planning, I would say. And you can fill in the year down there. So I like that because it always gives you a little extra in case you see that you're running short and you haven't ordered yet. You can always fill things in at the back. Then they give you a goal setting page. So ideas about how to goal set and how to manage your tasks, how to use color coding. Yeah, I do that sometimes. It's not consistent, so I guess it's not really color coding. Then on the back of this page, and each of the divider pages are a little bit heavier, and even though these are thinner pages, the paper is thinner, I tested it with a fountain pen last night and it worked great. I don't think you could probably use a broad nib, but if you use like a fine or an extra fine, nothing bled through and it worked for me. So definitely heavier than regular paper. It's on par with the ARC notebook paper weight, I would say. So on the back of the month goals tab, you have this area where I guess you could do different kind of goal planning. Actually, that's what it says. Like maybe these are really critical goals that you have for the year. Maybe this could be like a yearly thing, and then you break it up into like, financial, business, family, personal, I don't know, however you wanted to do it, right? And at the bottom there's a graph where you can chart your progress or do whatever you need to do. Then there is one page that looks like this that says monthly planning, and you have 12 lines that are numbered, and you could maybe put if let's say that I want to just use the week pages in my ARC planner, and maybe this page and 1 month or something, I can list future month things here. Maybe you want to list like birthdays in these boxes that are labeled with the months. You really can do anything you want. Maybe you have certain things that you do, like certain months of the year, you change your furnace filters or something like that, but it's pretty wide open. So this is interesting to me because it's similar to the Women's Success Choice Planner in that there's a lot of opportunity for very detailed information. For example, maybe I want to do monthly goals here or something like that. But unlike the Women's Success Choice Planner, none of it's labeled. So the Women's Success Choice Planner has so much detailed directed space in it, and this has so much detailed undirected space in it. it'll be interesting to see how I decide to use it. So yeah, maybe I'll do like monthly goals there or something like that. Then you open up, and then you have your month on 2 pages. And I do have to say I like all the colors. I miss color from my planner. So usually for monthly calendar, I just write like big things, like if somebody's coming to visit, or I'm going on vacation, or I have like a day off of work, or like this is what I use for future planning. So I don't put a whole lot of detail, but the squares are nice and large. It's maybe like 1.5 inches by 1 inch wide. And you have this column over here that's a different separate area that's not dated. So maybe you want to, or not labeled with the weeks. Sorry, not labeled with the days of the weeks. So you could put maybe goals for the week there, or important reminders, or just make some notes, whatever you want to put over there. And so of course you have 12 of these. Then the last page of the month calendars has another forward planning calendar that you could use. Then you get to the notes text section, and they give you all kinds of information about how you could use this. And then I saw this teacher section. I was like, yeah, this could be a cool notebook for a teacher to use. Anyway, thoughts on that. So they give you all kinds of information, and then I opened this and I'm like, okay, I remember this from seeing it when my husband had it, and I loved it. They give you all kinds of motivational little quotes that you can write down for yourself, so that you can be positive or make positive change. And they're for diet and exercise, family and friends, career and work. Some of them that I like: choose to be happy, go easy on the negative, say something positive, thank the cook, practice saying I love you, clean it up now. These are for work over here, relax, you can handle it. For diet, like smoking kills. What was the other one that I saw? Snack, snack, fat, fat, chomp, chomp, fat, 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 snack, chomp, fat. Anyway, that was, I think you could use those to write them on your weekly schedule, so that you're like, oh yeah, fat, fat, snack, snack, chomp, chomp. And then they have some really cool note paper, and they give you ideas of how you could use the note paper. If you were going to take it into a meeting, a conference, if you were going to study with it. So they've got like little file boxes. You can code it how you want. Lots of columns so that you can label things or check things off. You've got numbered lines, check boxes, keyword column, date columns. And then you have these overflow sections where you've got empty boxes and lists and things. So each one comes with a large section of notebook paper, and they sell their notebook paper totally separately. There's a 12-item checkbox here with a little separate column. There's a grid here where you can do whatever you want. 3 different boxes, little asterisk highlighted box. A list of 10 items can go there. And then you have the notebook paper. You have columns of varying sizes on both sides. And it's numbered all the way down to 33. And then you have a highlighted list at the bottom. So they give you a nice section of that. And one thing I was thinking with the ARC is I like that if I take it all out, I can put it all in however I want. I don't have to keep this arrangement. At the back of the last notebook paper, they have boxes that are labeled with letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and so forth. So you could categorize some information there, I guess. And on the data tab, it's just one page. It's the tab itself. And it has a very large gridded list, 52 lines by 15 across. I like how everything is labeled. Some boxes for any kind of specific data you'd want to put, maybe some passwords, long-term tracking, just key information you need to remember. And the back of the data tab has frequently used phone numbers and addresses, some boxes here that are different colors, and then please return to if you wanted to fill that out. Beyond that, you have a calendar for 3 years, and as you can see, I have 2014, 13, and 12 because this is several years old. And a blank box at the bottom. The last page has information on where you can order it, and the end. It's like a textured plastic. So I think I'm going to start taking this apart and arranging it in my ARC notebook how I want it. And if I do that, I'll let you know. I hope you found this helpful, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate it, and of course I always enjoy feedback from you guys, so thanks for interacting with me. Have a great day. Bye.